Okay. So here, let me share my screen with you first. Yes, here. Here I would like to explain you about, we have two sort of scale data. One is interval, another one is ratio. What is the difference between interval and ratio data? I explain you. There is a difference of zero. There are two types of zero. One is pseudo, other one is real or absolute zero. Okay. What is real and absolute zero? If you see the marks you obtained in examination, that is real, your income, age. But pseudo zero, we get in temperature, degree Celsius. If I say 0 marks, what does it mean? You got no marks? Got it? Does it make sense to you? Is it clear?
Yes.
Oh, but if I say 0 degree Celsius temperature, what does it mean? There is no temperature? Is it correct? No temperature. 0 degree Celsius. Yes,
But there will be temperature because
there will
it's
be no.
getting
Yeah.
measured actually.
So this is not correct. Okay. This is pseudo zero. Okay. Similarly, in the height, height means not the height of a person. Height means sea level, above sea level or below sea level. Okay. Sea level, above sea level, positive. Sea level is zero and then negative. It is also pseudo zero. Does it make sense to you? Okay.
Okay.
Is it clear?
But
Sea level is always zero, na? Above sea
yeah.
level, that is positive height. And the below sea level is the depth is a negative. Okay. Now,
Okay.
temperature, what happens when there is pseudo zero? Pseudo zero does not have properties of real zero. If you multiply real zero with any number, it would be zero, result would be zero. Okay. Is it clear?
Yeah.
But in pseudo zero case, if you multiply the pseudo zero, then it won't equal to 1 and won't equal to 0, sir. Okay. That property is
Okay.
not here in this pseudo zero. So sometimes people what do? They treat this temperature as an absolute zero and they won't get the expected result. Is it clear? Because if there is pseudo zero, you could not multiply this pseudo zero with any number or you could not divide it by any number. Okay, you can only do the addition and subtraction with pseudo zero. Is it clear? So if you have a record and where there is a temperature like this, okay, like this temperature you have, zero is there. So what you have to do? We have a problem with the zero only, na? If you have to multiply this column with some other, this variable with some other variables. So who will create the problem? The zero will create the problem. Okay. So what you have to do? You have to make intervals, small intervals. Like I just give in one example, minus 0.22 minus, sorry, minus 0.220 minus 0.4 to minus 0.2, then 0 to 0.2, 0.22, 0.4. In this way, we will do this. Understand? Okay. Is it clear, Fidelma? And then we take the mid value. of this. Mid value means the average of this. Okay.
Yes.
So we get here 0 minus 0.3. Here we get minus 0.1. Here we get plus 0.1. Okay. Here we get plus 0.3. So we will not get any 0 here. Okay. Because 0 we have put in upper limit or lower limit. Does that make sense to you? So whenever we will take the mid value of this, we won't get the 0 here. Is it clear to everyone? Yes.
Yes.
So now there is no 0 in this column. Now we can multiply these, we can divide it with other variables. Does it make sense to you? Okay. Because we had the problem with 0 only, na? And we have to further do some sort of multiplication and division operations with other variables. So if you keep this 0 and you use as it is this column, you will not get the expected result. Is it clear?
Yes.
So because I have got this sort of project once, ONGC project, where the company who was doing analysis for them, they approached me. Sir, we have a data and we are not getting the expected results. So when I heard about it is from ONGC, so it clicked on my mind. There are pseudo zeros. They are not treating pseudo zeros in the way it should treat. They are treating as a real 0 to that pseudo 0. I understand. And then I went over there and I have inspect the data and understand the uh, operations, what they are doing with that variable. And then I make some small intervals and I take the mid value. Then I apply those operations, whatever they want to conduct. And after that, they were getting the expected result. Understand? So these basic things, most of the planners don't provide the basic concepts of statistics and this all. So you understand what is pseudo and what is real. Now, so we can see here in the interval data, interval scale, we have both 0, real and pseudo. Okay, real and pseudo, both 0. But in ratio scale, we have only real 0. Does that make sense to you? Is it clear?
Yes.
So don't bother about the scale. You just say the scale. You don't bother about the interval and ratio. You just say the scale. Whenever you have this sort of variable, you treat them with a different way, which I explained you. Okay. Now this scale again we divided in two parts: discrete and continuous. Okay. Discrete and continuous. These are the scale data. Discrete data, what does it mean? Mostly people confuse with discrete and these are our ordinal data. Discrete is a scale, ordinal is a data. So in discrete data, what happens? It may, people think that the discrete data is only, uh, integers. No. It doesn't mean only the integers are the discrete data. If you have a data of 1000 rows and you have some temperatures of that 1000 days, 25, 25.7, 30, 29, and 28.5. And these 5 values are recurring again and again in 1000 rows. Only these 5 values. Does that make sense to you? So these are called the unique values, okay, of that data. We have 1000 rows, we have 1000 data points, but the same points are repeating there. Again, we are getting here somewhere 30 and 25.7 and 25 and this way. Understand what it? So if there is few unique values, few means 5 to 10 or something like that, 10 to 12 unique values, then it is called discrete data. We treat that as discrete. Okay, understand? Yes. Any
Yeah.
doubt? If we have many unique values, more than 10, 12, then it is called continuous data. Understand? Got it?
Yeah.
So this is the thing. Why we do this all classification? In the discrete data, you always see the mode of the data. You don't measure the mean and median. But in continuous data, we use mean and median as a measure of central tendency. Okay? What my point?
Yeah.
Ordinal also we use mode. But whenever you have to multiply this discrete data, you can multiply discrete data. You can use the multiplication operation, division operation. But here you could not take multiplication, only addition and subtraction. This is the difference major. What my point? Here you can do all things. Okay, here also you can do all operations. Okay, understand?
Yeah.
So we again come to our slide. So this we have finished classification of data. Now we come. Do you have any question, Fidelma, about this?
No, sir.
Okay. Now we understand what is data because we are going to see what is data analysis and these all things. That is the part of data science. So we see classification of analysis also. As you know that there are 4 to 5 types of analysis generally: descriptive, diagnostic, then inferential analysis. Both are in the same category. If we are working on a sample, then it is inferential. If I'm doing on the population, as a population treating that data, that is the diagnostic analysis. Okay, there is no major difference. Then predictive and prescriptive. So what is descriptive analysis? What is whatever we have in a data is called a descriptive analysis. How many males are there? How many females are there? What is the average age of male? Average age of female? Average salary of male and female? Okay, so these are called descriptive analysis. Okay, in the descriptive analysis, we do univariate analysis, bivariate analysis, and multivariate analysis. Univariate analysis we do with all the individual variables, and we try to find out the nature and behavior of that variable. In the bivariate analysis, we try to find the relationship of a variable with other variables. Similarly, in the multivariate analysis, we find out the effect on a particular variable of other variables. That is the descriptive analysis. We try to find out how they relate with other variables. In the diagnostic analysis, we find why it is. Why it is if there is a difference in the averages of male and female in any organization. So first of all, we have to check whether this difference is significant or not. If this difference is significant, then we find out the reason why it is. Okay. So in the salary, there is a difference in the salary of male and female in any organization. We also then find out why this difference. Non-significance is also very important sometimes. If there is no difference, so why there is no difference? What is the reason behind that? So that is also, we should not ignore the non-significance in our studies. That is also sometimes very important. Okay. It is non-significant with respect to some other variables. If you do the same thing, we include some other variables, then you may get some difference over there. So that is non-significance is also very important. Now the predictive analysis, where the machine learning starts. What will be? Okay, the futuristic, the prediction and the forecasting. Suppose there is a crop production and rain. We already know that the rain and crop production has positive correlation. If the rain is good, the crop would be good. If the rain is bad, crop would be bad. So you have a data of last 50 years or last 20 years, and you have trained a machine learning model with rain. Rain is an independent variable and crop production is dependent variable which depends on rain. And you input the rain, this millimeter rain occurred this year. So what would be the production? So it will give the X metric ton crop production would be there if this much is rain. So this is the predictive modeling. What will be? Prescriptive analysis is an artificial intelligence. What should be? Suppose not only the rain is an independent variable which affect the crop production. There are many other factors which affects the crop production, like soil quality, seed quality, sunlight, humidity, fertilizers you are using there, pesticides you are using there, and irrigation. So these are other factors which may also impact the crop production. So suppose you have developed a model and you ask that model what would be the crop production, what will be. So that model replied you 100 metric ton would be the crop production if this much is rain here and this seed you are using. So they have created that model with all the variables like humidity and everything. They input those all things and they asked that model what will be the crop production. The model replied 100 metric ton. But you want 140 metric ton crop production that this year. So what you will do? So we will take the expert advice, or there are two types of expert advice. Okay, one is human intelligence, other is the artificial intelligence. So if you are taking the expert advice of human intelligence, then you can approach to experienced farmer, or you can approach to agriculture scientist. You can ask them, hey, my model, this seed and this all things I am using, the crop production would be 100 metric ton, but I want 140 metric. What should I do? So that expert will recommend you or prescribe you this particular, you have this soil quality, then this fertilizer you have to use. Every fertilizer has a different composition of nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium. So that expert will suggest you have this combination of potassium, nitrogen, phosphorus. So you will use this particular fertilizer. And the seed quality should be this, as per the humidity and this all sunlight. And he will also suggest you the pesticides. Rain is not in our control, humidity is not in our control, sunlight is not in our control. But he will suggest you, prescribe you some other variables which we may control. Irrigation also he can suggest you. So same thing, if you have an artificial intelligence model and you put these all things, so that model can suggest you, that model can recommend you, that model can prescribe you this seed quality you have to use, this particular fertilizer you use if you want to increase your production. So it is possible through the prescriptive analysis nowadays. So you understand what is artificial intelligence is prescribe the thing. Okay. That is an expert. Machine learning is an student. Okay. Now, if we see about the job, so this job level is, I generally written this. The entry level job is the MS Office. If the somebody knows the skill set of MS Office, data entry operator, level 2 Office assistant, core Excel, then MIS executive, MIS coordinator, core Excel, advanced Excel, MIS analyst, senior analyst, who knows about the VB and dashboard. Level 5, the data analyst, senior data analyst also know about the SQL, Tableau, Power BI. And the data scientist who knows about the R, Python, these all things along with. Now, I just explain you one example, how data get generated, where data gets stored, what is the form of data for data science. So we take one example of Make My Trip. This is a portal where you can book hotel, flights, villas, holidays package, trains, buses, cabs. So these all things you can do with Make My Trip. So we are taking the example of flight here. How data science work, how our data generate. First, you see in the flight, there are these all services. This Make My Trip provide flight. You see, the first they take the data one way round trip and multi-city. So you just have to take, and that data will generate in, it will insert in particular column in database. One way, okay, the category. And then from where to where you want to travel, then date, okay, then how many passengers would be there. And after that, the regular fare, student, if you are a student, you will get some discount on baggage. And you are senior citizen, you will get six rupees, some rupees off. Here, 600 rupees, armed forces 600 rupees, and doctor and nurses 600 rupees off. Then you will search. And then you search, you will get lots of flights over there, like here, the cheaper flights stop for us, and you will get these all flights, and then you will select one. And after it will prescribe you similar flights also. Okay, here is artificial intelligence. So it will show you along what you have selected and some other also similar flights. Then it will give you the complete invoice, fare summary, and these all things, every details. Okay. And then you have to fill the traveler's details, whatever the name and adult or uh, children or whatever, email, mobile number, and you have to select the seat, and then you will go to the payment gateway. Okay, here you will finish your transaction. Now this whole data will go in database on the different tables like the segment, flight segment, contact details, and the fare details. In this way, the three different tables it will go the data, store the data, and you will see in this way the segment flight, travel mode return, Bangalore to Bhubaneswar, date of travel, return date, number of travelers, travel type, and this sort of information. The contact information you will get also there, and the fare details also there. Then, how does it work? So I just explain you. Here, this data goes with the OLTP, online transactional process, where it will go on the database. Okay. And then from there, through the ETL process, data engineer will transfer the data to data warehouse where you will get the metadata, raw data, and the summary data. And here we again get some data marts, marketing data mart, sales data mart, CRM, and finance data. So we can have many data marts as per the data, because if you are doing the analysis on marketing data, why you should given the access of sales data mart? or the CRM data mart or the finance data. So there is the data mart. They will give you the access of particular data mart on which they want the analysis from your side. Then data management, and you will arrange, transform the data, whatever. Then data analysis, reporting and visualization, and data mining, ML and MI, machine learning and artificial intelligence. So this is the overall part of this. So here, if you see, I just randomly written this and I just do arrange this in proper order. If I say that 5 lakh people visits on Make My Trip every day and 2,50,000 people to book the ticket, and we get through this booking data size 2,50,000 structured data and 2,50,000 unstructured data. And if you multiply by 30, we get 1.5 crore records. And if I multiply by 12 for a 1 year data, 18 crore, and last 5 year, we get 90 crore. So it's a big data, 90 CR records. So here the big data concepts comes in existence. We can then, what we do with data? You have the data. How can we analyze this? First thing is the customer segmentation. We can do the customer segmentation in different way. First is uh, the number of passengers. The passenger may be female, may be male. They may be in pair. There may be a family. There may be a group. So this is the first. It is very simple. You know, you just have to do the category group by. But we have more things. We have a different sort of customers. Okay. Here I have taken on the x-axis the travel and the y-axis the spend, the low and high travel, low and high spend. Here you see I divide this in 4 parts. First you see they are the people who travel high, who spend high. They are our bona fide customer. Okay. Second, people who travel low but they spend high, they are our power customer. Similarly, who travel high and payment low, they are also power customer. The persons who casually low travel and the low spend, they are our casual customer. So what should be the strategy of this? So this classification, who is power, who is bona fide, who is casual, who is power. So this is the clustering and segmentation algorithm of machine learning we will apply. And we can get these categories. Okay, we can assign this customer is our casual, this is our power, this is our bona fide. We use those algorithms of the machine learning to making the segmentation, complex segmentation. And what strategy the businessmen do for this? So they will convert their casual to power and power to bona fide customer. Okay, the customer who is power, they will try to convert that customer in bona fide. The customer who is casual, they will try to convert them in power. So there are 3 categories we have seen here. Through the clustering and segmentation, we can do this. Now, the acquisition strategy, if we see, so first the customer segmentation, which I explained you, as per that, you have to plan the strategies for customer retention, and then you have to give some offers, special offers, promotions to them, and they will again come to you. So in this way, and here is the pay scale. If you see, again, okay, we will finish in 10 minutes. This is the salary. I am not explaining this. You can get through the internet. Anybody can do it. We have the LMS learning management system, where you can see the recorded videos, offline and online, both we are providing login ID and password. You can download the study material from their scripts, assignments, projects work, and forum is there, and the daily jobs updates you will get there. The tools training, we have various tools training like Excel, Power BI, Tableau, SQL, Python R. It is the individual independent tools, 30 days. If you want to only learn the action, not the techniques, it's the tool only. Yes, these are the prices: 6,000, 8,000, 10,000 thereabout. And then we have the business analytics course, which is the duration of this course is 3 months. The fee is 15,000. Here you will learn descriptive, diagnostic, and financial analysis, and you will learn these five tools, sorry: Excel, Power BI, Tableau, SQL, and R. Okay. And second is the data analytics. This is the 6-month course. Here you will learn one more tool that is called the Python along with that. And the descriptive analysis, diagnostic analysis, and offensive, which is called the EDA, expertise data analysis. Along with that, you will learn the predictive analysis, which is the machine learning. And this the duration is 6 months and the fee is 30,000. Then data science, it is 12-month course, 60,000 fee, and there are many more tools like MongoDB, SQL, and Hadoop, Hive, PySpark, AWS, Azure. These tools you will learn here, and you will learn here neural network, deep learning, and NLP also, the prescriptive analysis. Then data engineering, there are many tools. So I'm not talking about this here. So this is our whole complete demo of our data science course. Do you have any query or any question about this? Yes. Neha?
No, sir.
Okay. And Fidelma, do you want to ask anything?
Yeah, no questions. Thank you very
Okay. So you have any query, you can connect me on WhatsApp or mail. We have already provided you. Okay. Neha, Fidelma, our team will be in touch with you. Okay. So thank you. Thank you,
Okay.
Neha. Thank you, Fidelma. Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.